Greetings, people of the verse. This is Arndelft. So, I have just basically got my tax return, decided I wanted to purchase a few Warhammer things with it. One thing that I just straight up purchased out of the box is, as you can see, a still under construction knight here in the background. Still working on him. Also going to be magnetizing him, and that's going to be a load of fun, I can tell you, because you have to use super glue for that. And yeah, but he's mostly assembled. I actually haven't glued him together yet. The torso to the legs, he just kind of fits there perfectly, so I'm okay with that. And I love the fact that shield you see mounted on him can pivot along with his head, can look back and forth. Absolutely love that. Okay, as well, you can see the nose of it currently, but this is a Valkyrie that I purchased. I purchased two of them, already constructed. They're incomplete. They're missing like several they're both missing missile pods, and their doors are closed without heavy bolters sticking out of them. I got them on $10 discounts from the other ones that the guy who's selling them had. He was selling his regular ones that were better quality for $55 a piece, and these ones were $45 a piece. And I figured, you know, $10 discount. I do a little bit of bit crafting. You know, I traded some bits for the necessary ones to work on these things. And the most tiresome thing I'm currently encountering is removing the turbo laser to replace it with the las cannon. Well, to magnetize it so it can be replaced with the las cannon. That's proving a little tiresome right now, but I think I've recently come up with an idea that will simplify it. So that's something I'm looking into. I actually quite recently purchased some attack bikes, as you can see here, and I magnetized them, but also, as you can see, I put on some Deathwatch pauldrons onto them instead of their regular ones. And honestly, the reason why I do that is because I'm Legionist, and Legionist spans across every single branch of every single faction out there, and one of the things they love to do to confuse their enemies is to mix and match heraldry, because it confuses the crap out of their friggin' enemies. Also, this is Lashtan right here, guy mounted on the horse. He was one of the returned who got back after 6,000 years in the warp, chasing down a demon who had critical information on Legionists. And I put some green stuff around the bolt guns to give them the effect of flaming into existence as he seeks to fire on his enemies as he closes on them. Since he is a company champion, he has a combat shield, which will only give him a 6+ in vuln save, which kind of sucks, but hey. Then the banner, of course, which I tried to look up pictures of the Emperor Ascendant banner, and I got so many different kinds of banners showing up. It's ridiculous. So I got the impression that you can pretty much just put a banner on a guy and call it whatever banner you fragging want to. Seriously. So, plus Legionists. So, yeah, I can run this banner as the Emperor Ascendant if I so wish. I also put the Deathwatch pauldrons onto them. One of the main reasons why I put Deathwatch pauldrons onto my guys like this is, one, they look fragging awesome. And two, it has the letter I. Letter I is the symbol for Legionists. And the most potent symbol for Legionists is the singly plain I. Just plain old Roman numeral I. No extra heraldry or anything. But they'll use just about any I, symbol, just Roman numeral 1, to symbolize that they can, generally speaking. But they will take on themselves any heraldry of any faction across the whole galaxy when it suits their needs. To, 1, confuse their enemies, and 2, confuse the crap out of their enemies, and 3, confuse the fragging crap out of their fragging enemies. There's a lot of confusion. Just wait until I get Eldar. Yes, Eldar do join Legionists. Okay. And what you see before you, the actual thing that these guys are all mounted on, is a piece of terrain that I have been working on for a while now, made strictly out of sprues. And I'm going to adjust the camera, and hopefully this doesn't, turn out too disastrously. Okay, so I can pivot it up, and you can get a little bit of a scope of this piece of terrain. As you can see, I added a second level. I've got Mute, and I believe that's Gorshakon up there. I just barely stripped down Gorshakon because he had a lousy paint job from the person I bought him from, but it was a great deal. Oh, it was such a great deal. But I need to prime him and paint him again. And yeah, and you can see a better view on my Valkyrie. And for some reason, he was spray painted gray, primed gray. The Valkyrie was, and they primed the windows. I don't know why you would do that. The other pre-built one I bought has clear windows, but the guys inside have no heads. So yeah, those were a couple of things I did not know about when I bought these things, but no buyer's remorse. So just a little bit of work and I can get past these things, and having some windows that are tinted so you can't see the pilots inside is legit. So, whatever. But in any case, the piece of terrain here, I am having a blast with it because, as I said before, it's made strictly out of sprues. I've got a first level. You can see the second level here with Gorshakon and Mute. And there's going to be a ladder here that will be 6 inches to climb for someone who makes it to the base of it. This will be the ladder right here. I am going to make it more distinct, of course, in the future. And then there's going to be a ladder on the other side that extends from that lower level there to the top, and that's only going to be 3 inches to climb because approximately half the distance. I'm also thinking about extending this lower level up slightly and over to here so that it overlooks outward and put more battlements up there. As you can see, there are some battlements over here, and there's a little bit of green stuff you can't see on the opposite side. Actually, it's all behind Lash Tan. You can't. Well, you can see the battlements a little bit, actually. Yeah, you can see them. But yeah, on the other side, the reason why you can't see the shadow peeking through right here on these battlements because there's green stuff over there that'll be representing lichen or moss. But I'll be using green stuff to give this building more texture once it's completed. I just had some excess green stuff, so I smeared it over the battlements just to experiment, like the way it looked, so I let it dry. And this is currently how it's progressing. I'm very excited for this piece of terrain. I am going to probably be extending out the upper level that I've built and crafting a shrine. It will be extended out into this section, and I will likely build a shrine. I'm not quite sure what the shrine's going to be about yet, but I had this awesome concept as I was building the knight here about using one of his face plates for that. Yeah, I haven't put the faceplate on him yet, just the ocular sensors. But yeah, I'm going to be using one of those for the shrine, along with maybe the spare shield, because the knights come with 2. Oh, at least the warden does. I bought the warden. And it's going to be a friggin' blast, because I'm just going to make it a random shrine with some awesome gizmos in it. Dedicated to, honestly, Legionus. And yeah, it's being built into a piece of terrain. I am just so excited for this project because when I first started it, it was just to spend time, just to do my time doing something, because at the time I didn't have money to buy anything. I had sprues, so I thought, hey, I'm just going to start this. If it ends up being a disaster, all I'll have wasted is a little Tamiya glue and some sprues I was going to throw away anyway. And boom, it turned into this. So I am extremely excited for whatever this is going to turn out as. So I'm kind of freelancing it because that's the best way my creativity flows, is when I just let it flow. And yeah, the knight, waiting on magnets to really excel further with him, so that I can magnetize all his weapons for construction and whatnot. Most I can do right now is maybe put on his shoulder plates if that doesn't interfere with magnetizing, which I think it will, so I'll leave those off for now, and construct all of the weapons without actually attaching them to him, so that I can magnetize them as well. So it's all currently on hold with him. And yeah, this is going to be fragging awesome. And besides that, I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier. If I did, I do apologize. But these 2 attack bikes, I already did actually magnetize them. I did down there, gosh. Yeah. I already magnetized their guns because I currently have their heavy bolters packed away because I'm going to be taking them and the heavy bolters over to have a game with XL Pudding here shortly. It's about a 2,500 point game. I'm running Castellans, and it was actually my last one of these videos. I described that same game. I have been tied up doing all sorts of crap that just blew up in my face, needing to be done since then, since that game was supposed to be started. And it's been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And hopefully today it doesn't get pushed back again. It would really suck worse than a vampire if it got pushed back again. I'd be legitimately upset. But in any case. So yeah, feedback definitely appreciated. I would love to know what you all think, what ideas that you have for me, etc. And one question I really do have is, what do you think of Lashtan here? Would you play against somebody running Lashtan here as a company champion, mounted on technically a bike / a horse? Do you want to know more about their lore? Things like that. Just let me know. Comment section below. I would be eager to hear anything you have to say. Besides that, yes, I know many of my models need a lot of stripping. Just to quickly point out one, I painted the guy, the white sergeant in the middle here. I painted him. Yes, I know he's terrible. Need to strip him. The other two to either side of them, I painted the storm bolters. They were originally on Terminators. I scrapped the Terminators, turned them into Obliterators. Yes, those Obliterators that I filmed in an earlier video. And they themselves, though, were painted by the same guy I bought Gorshakan from, that Assault Terminator with the dual lightning claws that you saw up top. Yeah, I got them from the same guy who I assume painted them. And I would be stripping all of these guys down. And then that guy hiding behind Valkyrie, stay put, please. This guy here, yes, I also painted him. So, and the Dreadnought, Sigh. But hey, it's all a work in progress. That's what life is. In any case, if y'all like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would seriously appreciate it. And if you genuinely enjoy this content and are new to this channel, consider subscribing. But only if you genuinely enjoy this content and would like to see more of it. And in any case, if y'all, let me. Oh crap! What was that? Sorry, I just dropped something. In any case, don't y'all get into too much trouble? If you do, it's always up to you. Toodles.